Kipuna, bona na kichu. Salima wanga kun bikin. Mucha shakapaka.
Chibedwana ni bobo. Tonk nabung shanun yang. Tonk patogas maktelia. Takum justak miki gravel mogo. Kachi chu ay taudonga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampumpa. Ulawan na chikni. Bamul slik mo poda na wanga kun bist mulira best. Chibedwana ni bobo. Tonk nabung shanun yang. Tonk patogas maktelia. Kuya mi juz kachita naipatoga ya fulki kukula jiji. Kawana bota aayut tagwa. Kankidora tikun watatima na ithabola. Uy, itanadana yitya. Kunti chani. Tong patogas maktelia. Kuya mi juz kachita naipatoga ya fulki kukula jiji. Kawana bota aayut tagwa. Kankidora tikun watatima na ithabola. Achuta, wanga kun pistol piki kunyana. Tong patogas maktelia. Tabistyo bong konki pangpa. Ching palachiska muli. Tuni rana no prata dunk no sarcha doma wama kun bestoma. Nisha jilocha kin kun no bamuli raji kun. Tong hai tuam jiji yumalit pa ang inkotu. Tolbada bunk walya gando de nago chuchut. Kachi chuay thaudunga. Yumalit ka inkotun. Jilo mulra de ne bobo. Unka kun biskang. Bamulara. Tabistyo bong konki pangpa. Ching palachiska muli. Tuni rana no prata dunk no sarcha doma wama kun bestoma. Nisha jilocha kin kun no bamuli raji kun. Mucha shak pangpa. Inkin kun no bamuri raji kun.
No, that is the wrong answer. Again, you pathetic hopefuls can't possibly all be this stupid, can you?
Watawama mulira, king kunjo peshak. No ba muliraji. Johnny yun turungchi wi itadia. Pola una chinek. Bamulirat slimoanga kunbiskin.
I'm no master, yet, but I like the sound of that. All right, one more question. There's a lot of you is trying my patience. All right, let's say you become a Sith and I am your commanding officer. I give you an order to spare the life of an enemy. Do you do it?
Of course, Shaldan. Anything you command us.
We would never oppose you.
No. Do you honestly believe that the Sith are in need of such sniveling cowards? Mercy is a weakness. If your leader shows a weakness, it is your duty to kill him and show true authority, true power. That is why the Sith are strong.
Tunipudu. Rana no prata dunkno sercha. Ichua penki.
No, you don't understand, and you probably never will. You wouldn't survive 5 seconds in the academy. The other students would tear you apart. Bah! I can't be bothered with fools. Perhaps I should... You, Jedi, you're looking to get into the academy, are you not? Well, of course you are. Why else would you be here? Let me pose a question to you. These hopefuls will never survive in the academy. A lesson must be taught here, but I am at a loss as to what form it should take.
Oh, this is rich.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm thinking to spare them the effort of being killed and do it myself. Perhaps I shall turn their skin inside out. Or force lightning. Yes, it's a most impressive display. Or perhaps a bit of humiliation is in order. I could easily strip off their tunics and make them run through the colony. Or they could lose all control of their bodily functions. What do you think? I just can't seem to decide.
We didn't do anything. Please, help us.
Silence! It's not what they did so much as what they didn't do, which is prove themselves worthy. I'm exhausted from dealing with their mulings, so please decide for me, will you? Let them go? And what could possibly convince me to do that? I want to let them go. Yes, that's right. They're not worth my time. I'm on my head. What was that? I feel like Just get out of here, all of you. I don't have time for this.
Ujua penki, tang ituamaji, human act ikatune, chi itakanki, chana kilikon, chiwa itakanki. Nekaba dubaka, patisa, kon mulis limo poi wanga kun biskin, chi itakanki, chana kilikon. Jiskadosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa, yubabato kamchi, yatuka ulan, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, agi inko tune, chunamuri ra, tangit wama jiko na, tongkit pa nongku nek abog baba Hasan shan, no ba muri ra tilai kunka. Just cranky to patslimo, chi itakanki chana kilikon. Kinba muli ratwanaji, kinba no kunikset abog, chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muli ra, tangit wama jiko na. Tongkit pa no kunek abog, kakincha nawabakaon. Bagwa shank konti machit Kakincha nawabakaon, bagwa shank konti machit
Look here, my dear friends. We have some newcomers to the colony, led by a Jedi, no less. I don't believe I've seen any of them before, have you?
I hate Jedi, and these fallen ones are worse. They always get into the academy, and they think they're better than the rest of us.
Great. Just what we needed. Some punks to come steal our lunch credits.
Smart-mouthed newcomers, to boot.
Looks pretty fresh to me, Lashao.
That's what I thought. Well, stranger, I don't know whether you're aware of this or not, but here on Korriban, the Sith do as they please. And we are Sith. Quite literally, whether you live or die depends upon our whim. What do you think of that? Oh, neither do I. I simply stated a fact. Do you know how many Sith there are in Dresde?
What is this, a raffle? How many guesses do we get?
Do not provoke them, Karth.
Enough to crush this fool! Let's do it, Lasho.
Now, let's not be hasty. Perhaps our friend here could yet offer up some amusement. What do you say? Amuse us, make us laugh, and we might just consider allowing you to live. Go on.
I've heard this one before. I think...
Quiet! And then...
Kid, maybe you should try juggling next time.
Ha! Too funny.
Good one!
Yes, I suppose that wasn't too bad. All right then, my friend. You've done as you were asked. Perhaps we will meet again.
I suppose you've heard about the destruction of Taurus, yes? Awful business, that. Zerka lost a fortune there. Not that the Sith care. We do some mining here, and are responsible for local shipping and support of the Sith on Korriban. Our starport is mostly just freighters and such. But we do get many travelers that come here to learn from the Sith. This office is actually our administrative headquarters for this region. Rather inauspicious, isn't it? We offer good prices here to those traders that keep the colony supplied. If you're in need of anything, this is the place to come. You certainly can. Allow me to punch up our stock.
Ujua penki, tang ituama ji human ak in ikatune, chi ita kanki chana kilikon, chi wa aita kanki. Tong hituama ak inkotune, o tong hituama ji aki inkotun, tong panokun, nonek, chi wi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kunkin, kinba no kunik dota. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha, agi inko tune chuna muri ra, tangi mama chikona, tong kipa no kunek abog. Just cronky to patslimo, chi ita kanki chana kilikon, kinba muri ra tuanaji, kinba no kunik set abog. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha, agi inko tune chuna muli ra, tangi mama jikona, tong kipa non kunek abog, kakincha nawabakon, pichage borang turang, nada chawa yishun kun, no ba muli ra tilai kuka, kan nibo ra tong chitsa, chesko yohaba kaba no pi to ula, nekaba dubaka. Patisa! Con mulis limo poi wanga kun liskin. Chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Uchua penki, tang ituama ji human ak in ikatune. Chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Chi wa aita kanki. Inko ka, kinba ni chalora kun. Tung abashun ni chunchi. Kakin cha nawabakaon, changwaba chinyo shangwi chama ucha wishu yung kung, pang ituamachi. Uchua penki, tang ituamaji human ak in ikatune, chi ita kanki chana kilikon, chi wa aita kanki, tong hituama ak inkotune, o tang hituama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha, ki mulira kun king. King ba no kun nik dota. Neka badubaka. Patisa. Kon mulis limo poi wanga kun biskin. Chi itakanki chana kilikon. Uba maska dwana chi chopa muska. Kimba nitcha lola kun. Iyuma patmalyo no wish. Kakin cha nawabakaon. Kun muliras limo poi wanga tog kimba. No kun neksak. Patoga yakfuli ko kala jiji. Tingkuin ko ka, tong hitwana ji sadkat agi inko tune, chuna muli ra, tong pa nong kunek abog. Jiska dosoki, kopa pono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na ota vokasa, yubabato kanchi, Yatuka ulan, tong hitwama aki inko tune, o tong hitwama ji aki inko tun, tong panokun, nonek, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, ki mulira kun king, kimba no kun nik dota. Jiska dosoki, kopa pono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, Topa na ota vokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, chiwa aita kan kicha na jupornibo, kun muliras limo poi wanga, tang itwama ji, human act in ikatune. Ciao baso, chino molira ni dubo, tong kimba, no kun neksak.
You are neither a Sith, nor do you bear the medallion of a student of this facility. Please, leave at once. You must be admitted to the Academy. That decision must be made by a Sith who has already been accepted here. The final decision, however, remains with Master Yuthura. I believe she is currently at the cantina if you wish to seek her out. Now go.
Leave me be. Can't you see that I'm busy? Isn't that obvious? You must be very sharp to possess such an astute sense of perception. Obviously death, however, since I asked you to leave. No, you may not. I'm busy amusing myself, and I'm not going to miss any of the fun. Now get lost before I teach you a lesson.
Please, don't hurt me. I am too weak with hunger.
You'll get your turn soon enough, fool. And when you do, I will be there, laughing as you collapse from heat exhaustion and Mikkel's beatings.
Korriban. She offered to. She enjoyed it out. And really good. And she began Gorlugia. And now for the Jufta. Gloria. And she began Gorlugia.
Is there something specific you wanted? And what if I am? That is the whole point. Personally, I think it's wonderful fun. Those fools actually think that if they stand there long enough, I'll let them become a Sith. Idiots. A Sith is not a bantha, all endurance and no brains. A Sith would fight for his life, no matter the odds. If these rot grubs are as stupid as they seem, then they deserve their fate. Oh, it's a test, all right. It's a test to see if they're actually fool enough to die. If they don't, however, I certainly wouldn't admit them just for that accomplishment.
You should not toy with people's lives.
Oh, what a sweet guy. He should get the Sith Congeniality Medal.
It is a bit boring standing out here all day, however. I think I'll go for some dinner. It will be fun to think of them while I gorge myself. They'll still be here in an hour or two, surely. I suggest you run along before I decide to make you part of the fun.
Leave me be. I won't listen to your manipulations. I will make it into the academy. Just a few hours longer. Just a few hours, surely.
You talked to Meckel? Have I proved my worth? Did he say anything? All this for nothing.
Kolodus Ivan Rebut, Fabuilta, Tuoda. Ilmotun susi nipirongan ikelfa. She offered to. She enjoyed it out. And really good. And she began Gorlugia. And now for the Jufta. Gloria. And she began Gorlugia.
Hey, what's this? Looks like we found ourselves a bit of sport, my friends.
This is good. I want to celebrate my acceptance into the academy.
Me too. So how about it, chump? Ready to die? I'm eager to blow off some steam after those tests. But we do, isn't it obvious?
Mucha shakpangpa. Inkinku no ba mulri rachikun.
That's pretty funny. Why should we be scared of you? Okay, I've heard just about enough out of you. Get him!
What? You asked for this!
What?
Yes?
Uh-huh.
Yes?
Sure.
Once you become a Sith, you can do anything. You can feel the power coursing through you. None of you fools can compare to me.
Ita na dana titai, jipi casa, kingu wa mulira dwana, kachopa bogra shonko tachicha.
Please! You're jealous. You're jealous of my power. You think you deserve this medallion, don't you? Let's just see. See? I have the power to do anything!
Hudu, Tunirama na praka donko searcha, chupapanki.
Sniveling fool! You would ever belong beside me in the academy. I'm going to kill you now and save us the trouble. What's this? It seems I have an audience. Look, Jedi, just keep walking. She wants me the same. You can't stop me! You first, human. And then she dies.
What?
Yes?
Yes?
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master, leading us ever closer to the Star Forge. Tatooine is known for little but glowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes. A star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Yes, what's on your mind? Sorry, can't be much help with that.
How can I help? I am confident that you can deal with that on your own. How can I help? Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan. It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi Strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however. Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on boarded. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded. As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this. The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses. You know, I don't think you need to pay the fee. We'll let it go this time. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure? There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look. I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it. No, it's common knowledge, so there's no harm in telling you. It's a tale of bad business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempt at sabotage by a rival company. Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business. Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it. It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them. As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Ujua penki, toni tuamaji, human ak in ikatune, chi itakanki chana kilikon, chi wak itakanki Baba Hassan Shan, no ba muri rati lai kuka. Smilia! Tingkuin ko ka, patoga yak fuli ko kala Gigi!
Papuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Webu, Miguel y Rimo. Puntas al Shelfa, Usta el Chis, Colo Luz, Papuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Webu, Miguel y Rimo. Papuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Webu, Miguel y Rimo. Tustadan Elva, Hoisidan Elva. Uden Tustblad Fandigo Elva, Hoisidan Elva, Vadinogan Elva. Papuelta, Colo Luz, Ivan Webu, Miguel y Rimo.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left. Oh, thank you. I don't have anywhere else to turn. If you're down and out on Tatooine, you're on your own. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare. No. But you looked... I'm sorry, I thought you looked equipped like a hunter. Are you sure you're not going to be getting a license? I mean, you don't look like a farmer, and the only way to be allowed out of Anchorhead is to get a hunting license. Circle Corporation sells them out of their office just south of here in the center of Anchorhead. That's where my husband got his. I think they charge 200 credits, but they've been known to make exceptions. Please, no one else will help. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits. You will? Oh, thank you so much. Please, I know it's worth at least 500 credits. 700 credits! Oh, thank you. It is more than generous of you. I don't know what to say. I just don't.
Glad to see we're still the good guys here. Sometimes I think we forget that.
This is how we Jedi should always act. With honor. For whatever it means, may the Force be with you. You saved us.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
What is it?
You will fall!
Yes?
Ako Jehovah, Chino Mulerakin Pajak, Snima Puituana, Undi Hautonga Tonkimbadang Konkek, Wana Kumbes, Chimpayamuri, Kununkabi, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Tonga Buksha Umnenom, Kara Volpamulji, Kumanabak Mulira, Juniyun Tunjiji, Aitatuana, Kara Volpamulji, Kumana. Lagoda na Winkis Matoma, Inkin Slimo Podona Mulera Chikun, Nova Rundi Hautunga Kuhunkari, Rundi Hautunga Tonkimbatan Konkek, Wana Kumbes, Chimpayamuri, Kuhunkari, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Lagoda na Winkis Matoma, Inkin Slimo Podona Mulera Chikun, Nova Rundi Hautunga Kuhunkari, Lagoda na Winkis Matoma, Inkin Slimo Podona Mulera Chikun, Nova Rundi Hautunga Kuhunkari, Rundi Hautunga Tonkimbadang Konkek, Wana Kumbes, Chimpayamuri, Kuhunkari, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Jibedwana Nibobo, Tongnan Unsha Nunyan, Muchititoaki, Jijaku, Lagoda na Winkis Matoma, Inkin Slimo Podona Mulera Chikun, Nova Rundi Hautunga Kuhunkari, Rundi Hautunga Tonkimbadang Konkek, Wana Kumbes, Chimpayamuri, Kuhunkari, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Lagoda na Winkis Matoma, Inkin Slimo Podona Mulera Chikun, Nova Rundi Hautunga Kuhunkari, Rundi Hautunga Tonkimbadang Konkek, Wana Kumbes, Chimpayamuri, Kuhunkari, Tuknen Tangjo, Kunne Mulirabes, Chupaka Jonagarn Totril, Titoki Yumabogra, Chikuto Kano Pawa, Titoki Graduk, Tangu Tima, Lagoda na Winkis Matoma, Inkin Slimo Podona Mulera Chikun, Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkavi. tong manung shanon yan. Muchite toaki jijaku. Labela na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimma podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkavi kipe chao na kinni kosendi. Nao punnek turang wangabula. Shila yun nao. Labela na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimma podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkavi. Rundi hautunga tongkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunne mulirabes. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimma podona mulirakchikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautunga tongkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunne mulirabes. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimma podona mulirakchikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautunga tongkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunne mulirabes. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimma podona mulirakchikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimma podona mulirakchikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautunga tongkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunne mulirabes. Rundi hautunga tongkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunne mulirabes. Lagoda na rinkis matona. Yinkin slimma podona mulirakchikun. Nova rundi hautunga kuhunkabi. Rundi hautunga tongkin banang kongkek. Wana kumbes, chimpayamuri, kununkabi. Tuknen tangjo, kunne mulirabes.
Oh, hi. You another racer then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Nice job beating my times, too. I guess my heart isn't in the racing. Contracts are distracting stuff. I suppose you've got a right to know track business, but with the times you've been posting... You did? I don't believe it. I mean, I do, but I sure wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it, I really do.
I'm impressed. Helping a kid like Nico off to a decent start. Good job.
Now I can take my bike to the big races. There's not much of a circuit right now, but I'll be ready when it recovers. Hard to tell. I'll get some more runs here first. I need the practice. I have to top your time. Thanks again. I meant it.
Mucho shakpakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun. Runga di hotonga kun hongari. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tongking ba nunotek. Tok nin chatukunde mulerabes. Kachikun ida hotonga. Iking kuno ba mulerachikun. Slimo podonar di hotonga kun kabe. Tolpada pongwale katuna ku chuchut. Kavadum ku penio botenya. Bonanay kuchu. Awaga boska chokola. Mucha shag pamka. Takom jus dach miki gravel mogo. Kachi ita hotunga.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? I do not know how to help you with that. I am sorry. How may I be... Of course. How may I do not know how to help. How may I be... I do not... How may I... What is it you would like to speak to me about? How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear? Well, it goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived. The hind end of space, a pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth. Defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children. Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was awed, and maybe a little enamored. They were quite striking, especially the tales of their leader. From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference, as the Jedi were. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise, I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed.
Yeah, what do you want? Hey, don't worry. I think you've got enough there as it is. There any... You're...
Mucho shakapaka. Mucho shakapaka. Mucho shakapaka. Tonki ba non tontek. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Selima wanga kunbikin. Tonki ba non tontek. Tonki ba non tontek. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Dong abuk shami no nok. Mucha shakapaka. Dong abuk shami no nok. Dong abuk shami no nok. Dong abuk shami no nok. Dong ki ba non tontek. Selima wanga kun bikin. Mucha shakapaka. Mucha shakapaka. Dong abuk shami no nok. Mucha shakapaka. Selima wanga kun bikin. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Dong ki ba non tontek. Dong ki ba non tontek. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Dong abuk shami no nok. Mucha shakapaka. Selima wanga kun bikin. Dong ki ba non tontek. Mucha shakapaka. Dong ki ba non tontek. Dong ki ba non tontek. Kipuna, bona na kichu. Mucha shakapaka. Dong abuk shami no nok.
Yes, what's on your mind? Tatooine's just a desert planet. I hear the mining isn't going so well. I bet the colony gets abandoned before long. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. Sorry, can't be much help with that.
How can I help? Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us. Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself. I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Tal Ravan, as all Padawans do. My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged. Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly. Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion. A Jedi must be above such things. It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time. Very close. I was only a little girl when I left my family, but I still remember him fondly. He was kind and gentle and doted on me. My mother, however, was different. I was not on good terms with my mother. I was only a little girl when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships, traveling from one false lead to the next. She whittled away my father's entire fortune, and I hated her for it. I think she was relieved to give me to the Jedi, but my father was heartbroken. A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this policy. A Jedi must do what is needed, personal desires notwithstanding. Love can only obscure and confuse the matter. Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart. We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission. You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location. How can I help? I do. I've been watching you, studying you closely to see what kind of progress you've made since your training at the hands of Master Zar. I've seen how you've resisted many temptations and continued to walk the path of the light side. Very commendable. But I'm afraid you might stray from this path. You need to see what the dark side represents in its entirety. For it is what we battle. Only the wisdom of a Jedi Master can truly explain this. But I will do my best to make you understand. The dark side is not simply giving in to anger, temptation, or to use the Force to destructive ends. These things only lead to the dark side. The dark side grows stronger and more insidious the closer you draw to it. It begs you to surrender to it, to release all its terrible power, and it becomes harder and harder to resist. And once you stop resisting, it's too late. It twists you up inside and turns you into a mockery of everything you once stood for. I am no less resistant to temptation than any other. I simply have the benefit of training that you do not. But even the training of the Jedi might not be enough to save us. We need only to look at the atrocities which have been committed by those under its sway to understand the terrible, corrupting evil of the dark side. Millions dead, and far more suffering. What sort of person would you have to become to perform such deeds gladly? One who serves the light does not strike down an innocent. We take arms against the dark side and the injustice that follows it only. It's so easy to think that we would never fall prey to such a horror, that we have unlimited control, vigilance, and foresight. If only that were true. The Sith have become powerful because there are many Jedi who've succumbed to the lure of the dark side and joined their cause. What greater weapon is there than to turn an enemy to your cause, to use their own knowledge against them? We are weakened while they are strengthened, so we must harden our hearts and do whatever is required to fight against the dark side, even when the battle becomes wearying. I don't know. The vision of our future is clouded by shadows cast from the dark side, but I sense something ominous lurking in those shadows. But words alone cannot save one from the dark side. Come, we should continue with the task at hand. When the time comes, I only hope we are all strong enough to do what we must.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the Galactic Senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The Senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude. No, really, I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with? Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manaan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manaan, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require? A star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you? It's big. Real big. Actually, it's pretty much the only real city on the entire world. The only place for us air breathers, anyway. Manaan is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here, inhabited natively by a species of fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders, and as a base of operations to export Kolto, which is the only real thing they have to trade here. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can... Well, but I think they're underestimating... Is there any... Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
I don't have time to listen to your stories. I've got to stay out of my way.
Hey, I'm working here.
of Sephiroth.
Precious Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street. Hiding behind the Selkath laws. Typical Republic cowards.
You got any armor plating for my swoop bike? I thought this garbage was free. You actually sell this junk? You fish are a strange breed. Don't worry, Junkman. When I want garbage, I'll be back.
Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy. You can ask, but I doubt you'll get many answers you'll like. Go, stay, doesn't matter to me. If you want to, you can even wander up to the embassy gates. But don't expect to get inside.
We might have a position within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good. But I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain distasteful acts cannot be avoided. But ask yourself this, when we win this war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I'd never turn down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment.
How can I help? Then I suggest we move on.
Good race, Sector Champion. I guess you'll be off to the big track.
Welcome to Manaan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. Kolto is a precious resource. Its healing powers are near miraculous. During times of war, Kolto becomes even more valuable. As long as we have the permits, we will continue to harvest Kolto and ship it to our Republic soldiers battling against the Sith. Of course, the Sith enjoy the very same privileges. If there was some way we could gain an edge over the Sith in our Kolto supply, but the Selkath are fiercely protective of their neutrality in this conflict. They do not want to grant either side an advantage. A beautiful place, Sato City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visitor guide to the city when you docked your ship. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture beyond the walls of the Republic Embassy. Oh, of course I'll do whatever I can, but I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and forgotten race, and you think it may be here on Manan? Well, perhaps, but if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first. We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ahto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks, but while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith embassy here on Manan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first? Good choice. We've been working at that for a while, but it's been too difficult so far. Maybe you'll have better luck. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of pass cards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. Well, the second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
How much for all this stuff, Tyvar?
Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jikona. Tong ipa nonku nek abog.
Thanks, Tyvar. Catch you next week.
Ujua penki. Tangi wama ji human ak ikatune. Chi ita kanki chana kilikon. Chiwa aita kanki. Chiwa aita kanki chana chupornibo. Kun muri ras nimo poiwanga. Tangi wama ji human ak ikatune. Tong hit wama aki inkotune. Potong hit wama ji aki inkotun. Tong panokun. Nonek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki mulira kun kin. Kimba no kun nik yota.
So, do we have a deal?
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic. I have no desire to...
Are you hiring for the... Then why are you wasting my time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer because I'm yapping with you.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Echani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs. They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Echani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed. But I am Iridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue. Ask whatever you wish, though you may find some of my answers distasteful. Manan has no such things, unless the Selkath have them hidden away at the bottom of the ocean. Is there more you would know? Yes, I'm not surprised. There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
If you're here to offer me a job, I'm not interested right now. I got so many offers I can't keep up as it is. Maybe that Iridorian skullslacker at the bar, or the Echani nerf herder cowering in a corner is available. Well, nothing. Except that the Echani are a bunch of fey dancers prancing in a battle with tiny weapons not fit for Mandalorian children. They hardly wear any armor because it slows them down when they run away. But the Echani are better than the Iridorians. Those savages keep hacking at fallen foe even after death, mutilating the corpse out of pure bloodlust. I even heard they'll turn on each other when the battle fever hits. Who wants to work with someone like that? I could pretty much name my price right now, especially since the Republic's so desperate for mercs all of a sudden. So why are you telling me? If you're going, go. I don't need a status report.
I doubt the Republic would be involved in anything illegal. Still, if this Selkath has concerns, we could look into it for him.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers. They were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
I'm here.
Yes?
What can I...
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
How can I help? Why? I could not accomplish this on my own. I need the aid of others, especially one who is strong in the Force. The bond between us made you a natural choice. Besides, the events on Taris prove that the Force wanted to bring us together for this mission. And there is little left to chance when the Force is involved. Is that not enough for you? I admit, there were times that I wondered if this is more than just a mission to stop Malak. There were times when I wondered if this was also a way for the Council to test my own abilities. I wondered if the Council wanted to see how I would help and guide you on our quest. I wondered if they were testing me to see if I was ready to become a Jedi Master myself. And then I realized how foolish such thoughts were. As the Council explained, sending a Master in our group would only have drawn unwanted attention from the Sith. The fate of the galaxy is at stake. The Council would not risk it merely to test me. They calculated the risks, and in the end chose the only option available. You must learn to trust in the wisdom of the Council. Your destiny will come when its appointed time. You mustn't be so impatient. Must you be so frustrating? I admit, I had a moment of foolish pride, but I'm over it. Now I am focused on my true responsibilities. I'm simply trying to help help you and complete this mission, and yet you battle me at every turn. Fun? Fun? Driving me insane is your idea of a good time? You are a very odd man. Do you know that? I simply don't know how to deal with you. All I want to do is help you, but you seem determined to drive me mad. I don't know if I should be outraged that you keep joking about serious matters, or if I should be grateful that you can always lighten the mood. Come on, come. Let's move on. There's much to be done.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course.
Chua Pengti, Yun Patisa, Di Chuba Chikutka Naga, Kingu Mwa Mulira Dwana, Kinba Nikchalora Kun, Ki Mulira Kun Kin, Tong Hitwama Ag Inko Tune. Achua Pengti, Yun Patisa, Di Chuba Chikutka Naga, Kingu Mwa Mulira Dwana, Kinba Nikchalora Kun. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune chuna muri ra, tangi wama jikona, tong kipa non kunek abog, chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo, kun muri ra slimo poiwanga, tangi wama ji human ak inkatune, tong hit wama ak inko tune, por tong hi wama ji aki inko tun, tong pa no kun, no nek. ชีวิไอตากาชองจิจากีมูลิราคุณคิงคิงบานกคุณนิกโดจาต้องฮิตวามาอักอินโกตุเนปอตังฮิวามาจิอักอินโกตุนต้องปานกคุณนอนเนกชีวิไอตากาชองจิจากีมูลิราคุณคิงคิงบานกคุณนิกโดจาJaciska. Topa na ota vokasa, Jiska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smaktoma, kuyami jusku chitanai, uchua penki, topa na ota vokasa, yubabato kanchi, yatuka ulan, chiwi aita ka chong chicha, agi inko tune, chunamuri ra, tangit wama jiko na, tonkit pa nonku nek abog, Ichuta! Topa na ota vokasa, pampa ki mulira kun king. Changwaba chingo, shangwi chama ucha wish uyong kun. Achua penki, yun patisa. Tichuba jikutka naga, kingbu mwa mulira dwana. Kingba nikcha lora kun. Chiwa aita kang ki jiyokaku. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska. Kakincha nawabagaon. Kinba nikcha lora kun. Kakincha nawabagaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa ishun kun. Noba mulira jilai kunka. Kang nibora tong chitsa. Chesko yohaba kaba nopi do ula. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangit wama jiko na. Tong kipa nonku nek abog. Tong hit wama aki inko tune. O tong hit wama ji aki inko tun. Tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no kun nik dota. Achua penki. Yun patisa. Tichuba jikotka naga. Kingbu mwa mulira dwana. Kimba nikcha lora kun. Tong hit wama aki inko tune. Potong hit wama ji aki inko tun. Tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kingba no kun nik dota. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangit wama jiko na. Tongkit pa nonku nek abog. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga. Tangit wama ji human ak in ikatune. Ki mulira kun king. Tong hit wama ak inko tune. Ki mulira kun king. Tong hit wama ak inko tune. Tong hit wama ak inko tune. Potong hit wama ji aki inko tun. Tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kingba no kun nik dota. Baba Hassan shan. Noba mulira jilai kuka. Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga. Tong itwama ji human ak in ikatune. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangit wama jiko na. Tongkit pa nonku nek abog. Kakincha nawabagaon. Bagwa shank konti machit Chiwa aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun mulira slimo poiwanga. Tangit wama ji human ak in ikatune. Tong hit wama aki inko tune. Potong hit wama ji aki inko tun. Tong pa no kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Ki mulira kun king. Kimba no konik dota. Achua benki. Yun patisa. Tichuba jikotka naga. Kingbu wa mulira dwana. Kimba nikcha lora kun. Jiska dosoki. Kopa bono nakachu. Labora na winki smaktoma. Kuyami jusku chitanai. Uchua benki. Topa na ota vokasa. Yubabato kanchi. Yatuka ulan. Ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama ag iinko tune. Ki mulira. Ki mulira kun kin. Tong.
How can I help?
Then I suggest we move on.